Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I don't know. Hey folks, love is in the air. You know that's a classic. We got a 70s vibe going on today. Forget about it. Let's give you a little bit more of this great song. And it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. And you know who this is. This is Bad Brad Berkowitz, the host of the Bad Brad Berkowitz Show. Forget about it. And this is another RSR video email bag where we take your questions and I answer them. But before we get into them, make sure you subscribe to the RSR YouTube channel. Forget about it. What are you doing looking at my shirt? I know you love this shirt. You've been asking, can you order them? Are they still available? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, yes, yes. You can still purchase them $19.95. Medium to extra large. Just send me an IM. Send me an email. Do whatever you need to do. Courier pigeon. Forget about it. So without further ado, let's get into your questions. First question is, Bad Brad, wow, that show was off the chain yesterday with you not pulling any punches about Tony Aiello, which I totally agree with you. Good riddance. Keep it coming, man. My question is, do you remember a fighter out of the Kronk gym named Dujuan Johnson who fought Aaron Pryor in All Out War? Where is he today? Thanks, Bobby V, Detroit, Michigan. Bobby V from Detroit, Michigan. Forget about it. My bracelet keeps sliding down. It's driving me nuts. Hey, that's a great question. That was a hell of a fight in 1981. I wish I could shift my camera over and show you, but in my office, I actually have a poster. It's an 8x12 of that fight. It was at, let me look over there. It was at the Cleveland Public Hall, Saturday, November 14th, 1981. Forget about it. What a war. He dropped Aaron. Aaron dropped him. He was out of the Kronk gym, and Aaron wound up stopping. It was an all-out war, and Dujuan was a huge puncher. He never had much success after that, and sadly, I have to break the news to you. He's passed away. I think it was part of a burglary, but you could check that out on the internet. And there's many stories about it, but he passed away sadly. But hey, if only for one moment in time on CBS when he fought Aaron, he was on top of the world. And hey, God rest his soul. He gave us a great fight, and he came that close because he had Aaron hurt. All right, Bobby V from Detroit, Michigan is the answer to your question, pal. Next question. BB, first time writing into your show, but watch them all. You're a dose of reality and one funny son of a gun. I have read lots of articles on Max Kellerman, who I like, but many don't. What are your thoughts on him? Signed, Stanley Q from Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. Forget about it. One of my East Coast boys. Stanley Q. What do I think of Max Kellerman? I think a lot of Max Kellerman. Okay? He's changed from his days on ESPN when he was really, really, really loud. He could be obnoxious, but a walking boxing encyclopedia. Actually, went crazy about the real obnoxious side of Max, but I did enjoy the banter between him and Teddy Atlas. Man, they used to go back and forth, back and forth. That was some great stuff. When he went to HBO, now I'm not saying it's 100%, but from a guy that's I've done TV and been around a little bit, I think they toned him down just a little. Not his thoughts and what he thinks, but the way he presents it. I think he does a fine job on there. And I wish just one time Max would turn to Roy Jones Jr. and tell him, I'm not your son. Forget about it. Okay, maybe he wouldn't say forget about it, but I would die laughing if he did. Max is a great guy. He made his bones on, I believe, public access TV in New York City. I think his brother might have been on there, or his brother had something to do with it. Sadly, his brother was murdered by a piece of garbage. The Harlem Hammer, James Butler, who's, I think, in prison for life. His brother gave him a home and tried to help him out after he did that horrendous thing in 2001 when he sucker punched Richard the Alien Grant in a fight that Grant wound up beating him. But Max's brother Sam tried to help him out, and he killed him. I want to say he murdered him, beating him with a hammer. Son, horrible, horrible tragedy. And I wish they would have put him to death, to be honest with you, because he doesn't deserve to be alive. It was a terrible thing that he did to Sam, God rest his soul, who gave him his home and tried to help him after that crazy episode that he did in the ring at a charity event, a boxing charity event for the firefighters and police of 9/11 in New York City. So what a schmuck he was, huh? What a schmuck. Forget about it. But I like Max. Props to Max. I don't know if you watch the show, Max. If you do, hey, shoot me an IM on Facebook or whatever. You can get my number. Reach out to me, Max. We'll do lunch. Forget about it. All right, last question, folks. Bad Brad. Excuse me. I totally agree with you about what you said on your show yesterday about Oscar and Roy's personal lives not affecting their ring accomplishments. I have always been a fan of Roy Jones over the years and still am, but I wish, like many fans, he would retire. When do you think his skills diminish? Signed, Jill C. from Tallahassee, Florida. Oh, I love when the ladies write in. Forget about it. Hey, Debbie, another lady wrote in. Not just Janice, my blue Jew, who rhymes like Bunditi Brown. Forget about it. Well, Jill C. from Tallahassee, Florida. Okay, when do I think his skills diminished? I think his skills diminished after that fantastic win when he won the heavyweight title, the WBA heavyweight championship in 2003 against John Ruiz. When he lost all that weight to come down and fight Tarver at light heavyweight the first time, when he won, I think it was a majority decision, could have went to Tarver. It was a very close fight. But I think it did something to his body. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a sports, trainer that would know exactly what happened. However, he changed. Then he wound up getting knocked out after that. He came back and fought Antonio Tarver, got knocked out, and he wound up getting knocked out Glenn Johnson. And it's been, 11 years since the first Tarver fight. And 11 or 12 years. It was 2003. No, I think it was 2004. Or it might have been 2003. I can't remember. But one of those years. Either way. I think that weight did something to him. He's never been the same. That's when he should have retired. Should have called it quits. He's a Hall of Famer. No matter what you hear me say on the show about Roy, because I could be tough on him, because I don't think he should be fighting anymore. And I can't stand the third-person stuff that he does on HBO. But he's still a warrior, and I give him respect. Okay? I give him respect there for what he's accomplished in the ring. He's a definite first time he goes on the ballot, first time he goes into the Hall of Fame. No doubts. And I will give him his props and congratulate him on that. But I'm not going to pull punches. I don't pull punches with him. I don't pull punches with anybody. Okay? So there's the answer to your question, when I think his skills diminish. Okay, folks, that's another RSR video email bag in the can. And if you want to be on one of these shows, which I know you do because you keep sending in questions, send them in to Ringside Report 2014@gmail.com. That's Ringside Report 2014@gmail.com. We don't cherry pick. All questions get answered. You see that? I don't pull back. I'm not scared to say the tough things that people think and don't want to say. That's not me. Never going to be me. Okay? I'm a New Yorker, but more so, I'm a man of the world because I lived all over the world. And now I'm a man of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Forget about it. So I'm not scared to say it. I will say it. I will go on record, and we can debate it. We can talk about it. We can talk about it intelligently. But if you leave me a comment on Facebook that makes no freaking sense, like some of these comments that I get a lot of good ones, and I get more good ones than I do bad ones, folks. But I get ones that make absolute no sense. If you're going to put your thoughts out there, which you're entitled to, because this is the United States of America, articulate your thoughts. Spell correctly. Okay? And don't get irritated when I stick it right back up your quack-a-mazoo, especially if you don't make any sense, you freaking hockey pucks out there who leave these ridiculous statements that show that you're ill-mannered, okay, and that you're rude, and that you're sick, a lot of you people, okay? Not all of you. There's some wonderful people that watch this show, okay? But the ones that leave these insane comments, hey, I can't stop you, and I'm not going to stop you. When I comment back to you and I say I'm done, and that's my last comment, you can believe I'm done. I'm done. Microphone dropping. I have left the building. All right? And on that note, it's another show in the can. Forget about it. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come, folks. Bad Brad out.